Thanks for checking out this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe. We got a lot of news coming out of Raw, the most notable thing being that the show opened with a Gunther promo, and AJ Styles interrupted, and he wanted another match after he made him tap last week. And Gunther told him no, and AJ kept demanding it, and so Gunther finally said, you know what? I will give you another match with me, but you have to put your career on the line. And he told him to take some time and think about it. AJ goes backstage. Adam Pearce is telling him don't do it. AJ goes, I'm going to call my wife. And then later in the show, AJ said, I talked to my wife, and for the first time in 25 years of marriage, she swore. And what she said was, go kick his ass. And so AJ said, I'll take the match. And Adam Pearce made it official. So, in fact, it is Gunther AJ at the Royal Rumble, and AJ's career is on the line.
Interesting match.
Is that it?
In what sense? It's interesting. Yeah.
Well, he's talked about retiring in 2026.
Well, that's why they did it, because people will believe that he could lose.
Yeah. The thing is, it seems like it's a little early, but at the same time, it's like if he wins, what, he's going to put his title on his career on the line again later in the year?
He'll just retire later in the year.
Just retire?
He'll retire on his own terms. Yeah. I mean, the thing is because of what's happened, people are going to believe that Gunther can beat him, maybe even believe Gunther will beat him, because everyone knows he's going to retire soon. And maybe he will. But, I mean, it would be, maybe they think that it's time to, have I don't know. AJ winning, it's, from Gunther after all that. But then again, he could beat Gunther, and they could still put Gunther in somewhere. Obviously, Gunther's not going to. I don't think he's going to be in the Rumble. Although, or did they? At first, he said he was in the Rumble, but he said he wasn't going to do double duty.
Well, I think he is going to do double duty.
Okay. Well,
they didn't say that specifically, but he did say, "I am in the Rumble. I don't want to do double duty, so no." But then later he said there is a way I'll do the match. So I presume he's doing both. He could end up only doing one.
I can find that out, because he could lose to AJ and win the Rumble, and that works out really well, because then he's going to get a match with Punk most likely, or whatever.
The other big story is they were doing a match with Javon Evans and El Grande Americano, and they go to commercial. And they come back, and the ring announcer is announcing that the match is over. The referee has ruled that Javon Evans cannot continue. And they never show what happened. The announcers don't seem to have any idea what happened.
Well, they thought, and when you watch it, you would think that he might have messed up his shoulder or his pec. Because
at first he was holding his wrist.
Yeah.
And then he was kind of like pulling, like maybe it was his shoulder. And then he was kind of like rubbing the front part of his shoulder here.
Yeah, upper pec.
And then later it turns out that the match was stopped because they feared he'd suffered a concussion.
Yeah. So did you see the headbutt spot?
I did. That's what I think it was, because...
Oh, I did too, because he did look, but he went several more minutes.
He did.
But he did look like he was a little off when he took that headbutt spot.
What happened was they were doing this... Actually, they did a very... The first few minutes of this match, I mean, it was good wrestling, it was some good spots, but they were doing some complicated spots. And at one point, they're in the corner, and I think Javon got backdropped onto the apron. And I think both guys thought they were supposed to headbutt the other guy in the gut. And so they both, at the same time, ducked, and they headbutted each other like rams on accident.
Yeah, it was clearly an accidental spot, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and you could see, Javon got the worst of it, because, he got clonked, and, he just kind of stopped for a second and was like, whoa. And then they both sort of stood there for a while, but then they kept doing their spot. And, he was doing everything, and he didn't look like he was, messed up bad. He did a springboard lariat right before the commercial, and everything looked fine. But, I mean, they clonked heads hard. And so it's possible that as they kept going, during the break, maybe he was forgetting stuff or, had to ask the ref something or whatever. But she stopped it. So apparently...
I thought the doctor stopped it, actually.
I thought they said the doctor or the referee ruled, but
I mean, the ref ultimately ruled it, but it seemed like it was more. It seemed like it was more something from the back than you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because usually when it's something like that, I mean, again, because it was all during the commercial break, I don't know, but usually when it comes to that, it's like the people watching from the back are going like, "Oh, he's not looking good. Stop the match," and then the referee stops the match, but it's actually coming from the back.
Well, regardless, they apparently checked him out, and they are allowing him to fly, so apparently it's not a concussion, they decided. And hopefully he'll be back quickly. Have you grabbed your F4WOnline.com shirt yet? Well, we got a bunch of them. They're up in the store right now. F4WOnline.com/shirts. You can grab your -5 stars shirt, your Dave Meltzer Wrestling Observer shirts, even the brand new After Dark Radio shirt. You love Granny? We have Granny's Gang shirts. Have you ever won a shoot battle royal? Probably not, but you can tell people you did. So check out the store. All of these great shirts and more. It's through Pro Wrestling Tees. F4WOnline.com/shirts. That's F4WOnline.com/shirts.